All right. Let me give maybe a minute or so before we're going to go ahead and get started on today's lecture. So we are at week two, lecture number one. And today we are talking about plate power and what you should really be eating. So, if you are tuning in on TikTok, I am sharing a PowerPoint presentation on my YouTube channel. So, if you would like to see the PowerPoint presentation later, then of course you can click the link in my bio and then you'll be able to see the PowerPoint presentation there. So, if you see me moving my head back and forth, I am using multiple devices. By the way, free Dobby or Dobby, however you want to say it. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Mm, huge Harry Potter. All right, so today I'm expecting a lot of active participation. So you can comment in the chat either on YouTube. Let me move my camera back some so I can see. So you can comment in the chat either on YouTube or in TikTok. Either way, I want us to have some fun today because this is a really important topic that a lot of people need to know a little bit more about. So, welcome everyone to tonight's session on plate power, what you should really be eating. So, if you've ever been confused about, let's say, nutrition, portion sizes, or actually what a balanced meal looks like, then this lesson today is for you. So, by the end of this session, you'll be able to not only understand, but have the knowledge and the tools necessary to create. Uh, Meals that fuel your body and help you to sustain energy throughout the course of the day. So without confusion of fad diets or food myths and things like that. So don't go anywhere. I want you to stick around to the very end where I'm going to reveal my number one meal prep hack that is going to save you lots of time and money and make healthy eating effortless. Okay. All right. So the objectives for today's lesson is for us to understand the fundamentals of balanced eating and why portion control is so very, very important. It's about nutrient balance, not about restriction. We're also going to debunk some of the common nutrition myths that people tend to hear, such as carbs are bad. We hear that a lot lately. So, carbs are bad, or fat makes you fat, things like that. So, we're going to be talking a little bit about that. We're going to learn what the balanced plate method is, and we're going to discover practical meal prep strategies that's going to help save you time, money, and stress. We're also going to be able to recognize sneaky food marketing tricks and tips that they use, implement simple hydration and mindful eating habits to prevent overeating, as well as to improve digestion, as well as take action. Because again, in order for you to be um, uh, healthier, you want to not only necessarily get the information, but you also want to be able to use the information to your advantage. And so, again, you want to stick around till the end because I'm going to be revealing one of the best meal prep hacks for busy people, which helps to make eating healthy effortless. All right, so let's move on. So, before we jump right into what you should be eating, let's talk about some of the misleading healthy eating strategies or healthy eating diets or things that you have heard people say. So, what I want you to do is I want you to type in the chat if you've ever tried a diet that you felt was impossible to stick to. So, type yes in the chat if you've ever tried a diet that you thought was impossible to stick to. So, you started with the diet in the beginning, but then after a while, you found it to be very, very challenging to stick with. So, comment yes if you've ever had a diet that you thought was impossible to stick with. All right, very good. All right, the problem is that a lot of times people they deal with fad diets and okay, keto. So they deal with fad diets and sometimes fad diets can help you to lose weight quickly, but they also lack sustainability, which means it's difficult for you to sustain them over time. So for example, someone mentioned the keto diet. With the keto diet, that means that you are on an extremely low carbohydrate diet. And so that means that it's going to be challenging to be sustainable, because you mean to tell me you never going to have a piece of cake ever again in your life, ever? Never, ever. Or, or some pasta or potato or some french fries, nothing, ever, ever. And so that's kind of what makes it, lack sustainability for you to kind of maintain over time. So let's take a look at some of these fad diets that have promised quick weight loss, but they are definitely not sustainable. Have you all, any of you, heard of the tapeworm diet? Okay, this one I find to be ugh, but it's called the tapeworm diet. Give me a thumbs up or yes if you've ever heard of the tapeworm diet. Anybody at all? So the tapeworm diet is where people ingest tapeworm eggs, like I said, and they allow the parasites to grow on the inside of their intestines, and then the parasites is what actually consumes the food. So people, in theory, lose the weight because they're not the ones that's actually getting the nutrients. It's the actual tapeworm. And so, of course, this is unhealthy because of the fact that it can cause malnutrition on your part. It can also lead to, digestive issues, and it can lead to organ damage. And then how's the parasite coming out? Okay, so you didn't swallow it, it's in there, but how is it getting out? Okay, so that's an issue. Give me a yes if you've ever heard of the cabbage soup diet. So that's kind of been around for quite some time. Have you ever heard of the cabbage soup diet? The cabbage soup diet has been around for quite some time. Okay, so I got a yes. All right, so I'm looking at multiple screens, so y'all have to bear with me. All right, so I got another yes. All right, so the cabbage soup diet works because people mostly eat cabbage soup for a week, promising weight loss of up to 10 pounds or more. And of course, it can become unhealthy because it lacks protein, it doesn't have any healthy fats, it doesn't have the essential nutrients that your body needs, which can tend to cause you to lose muscle. And when you lose muscle, your metabolism tends to slow down. Okay. So, what about the master cleanse diet? So, that one was going around for a while too. I think that one was called the lemonade diet. So, give me a comment or a yes if you've heard of that one. I think they kind of associated the lemonade diet with Beyonce. And that's the one where you had to mix in lemon juice, maple syrup, I believe cayenne pepper and water and stuff like that. And you had to do that for 10 to 40 days. And it, guaranteed you, quote unquote, to lose weight. And the problem with that again is that it lacks the essential nutrients that your body needs. And of course, it can cause dizziness, fatigue, muscle loss. And of course, when you lose the muscle, that's when your metabolism starts to slow down. We want to hold on to the muscle. The muscle is a good thing. And so the truth is that we've all been sold a lot of myths about food. And tonight we're going to be breaking them down. So a lot of times fad diets overpromise and underdeliver. They demonize entire food groups. So carbs is one of your body's main source of fuel, main source of energy. So you don't really want to delete those completely from your diet. A lot of times the fad diet will make you believe that portion control is equal to starvation. If you eat a portion, you're going to starve. And of course, that is not true. And then we also have been primed to believe that healthy eating is expensive. Or if you want to eat healthy, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to eat healthy, and which in fact is not necessarily the case. Okay, so those are some of the myths that we've been, hearing over time. So the reality of a balanced diet, healthy eating is about balance and sustainability, not extremes. That's what a balanced diet is about. It's about focusing on nutrient dense food, not calorie extremes. Nutrient dense foods provides high amounts of essential vitamins, minerals, and they have other beneficial compounds that your body needs. And so that's what you want to be consuming. So some nutrient dense foods would be things like salmon. I always want to pronounce the L, salmon. It just seems like it should be pronounced. Okay, but don't judge me. This is a judgment free zone. So, salmon, kale, eggs, blueberries, all of those are nutrient dense foods. And so, when you eat a balanced diet, it makes you have healthier choices that gradually lead to long term success. So now I want you to look at this. So instead of focusing on restrictive diets or fad diets, I want you to focus on balance. That's what today's lesson is about, balance. And what's the easiest way to have balance is something called the balanced plate method. And so it's a simple breakdown. For those that's on YouTube, you're able to see the PowerPoint. It's an easy breakdown for you to follow, which ensures that you're able to get the nutrients that you need in order to keep your meals not only satisfying and filling, but also delicious. And you'll never have to worry about tracking macros and micros and stuff like that. You just use a visual method. So if you look at a plate, half of your plate should be fruits and veggies. And of course, fruits and veggies provide you with fiber, minerals, vitamins, things like that. A fourth of your plate should be protein, which helps to build muscle and repair tissue, and as well as support metabolism. And then a fourth of your plate should be carbohydrates, because carbohydrates, again, help to provide you with energy and it helps to fuel workouts. And then, of course, you want to be able to have some healthy fats. And of course, they help to support your brain function and they, in turn, also keep you full. So, here are some healthy fat bonuses. So instead of restrictive dieting, I want you to focus on balance. Okay. So I want you to take a look at the screen that we have here. So the first healthy fat is going to be avocado. So avocados are packed with heart healthy monosaturated fats. They have lots of fiber, they have potassium, and they're great for spreading on toast. I absolutely love avocado toast. Okay. You can also blend avocados in smoothies. I want to say it's this restaurant. No, it's not a restaurant. It's like a smoothie shop. And I want to say it's called Greens or green, something green. And I had a smoothie and it was absolutely delicious and it had avocado in it. And I would have never realized that it had avocado if I hadn't read the ingredients. So avocado is one of those fruits that is kind of versatile that you will be able to do a lot of things with. The next is going to be your nuts and seeds. So your nuts and seeds could be things like almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds. They're loaded with omega-3s and fiber, which help to support brain function. So you definitely want to be having those. Now, with the nuts and seeds, you can mix them with different things. You can put them on top of yogurt. I actually make a mean chia seed pudding. I just made one that was so delicious. The video is on YouTube. It is a peanut butter lovers. I have an unhealthy relationship with peanut butter. Um, Again, don't judge me, but this chia seed pudding is phenomenal. And it's made with peanut butter. And I topped it with a little, some peanuts on the top. So again, it's very good. It's full of fiber and it's healthy. The next is going to be olive oil. So olives are a staple in the Mediterranean diet. And we know, or research shows that, a lot of the Mediterranean diet or the Mediterranean diet is, very healthy. And so it's rich in anti-inflammatory properties. So if you are someone that's struggling like me with injuries, you don't want to do anything that's going to add more inflammation to your diet or to your body via your diet. And so things like olive oil tend to help with that. So you can use olive oil as a dressing. You can use olive oil to roast or vegetables, drizzle it over whole grains. And my grandma used to put olive oil on her skin. So that's why my skin looks so flawless, because I use olive oil to put on my skin as a moisturizer. Um, so yeah, grandma taught me well. And then we have fatty fish. So fatty fish is also good for you. So fatty fish can be salmon, tuna, mackerel. Just be kind of careful. You don't want the dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. What is it that the fish contain in the water? Somebody help me out. What is it? What is it that the fish contain in the water that you don't want to eat too much of it because you don't want to get a toxicity buildup? Anybody know? Mercury. Thank you. Very good. All right, so yeah, so you want to kind of be mindful of that. But fish, I could eat that every day. So yep, very good. Yep, mercury it is. So fatty fish again is high in omega-3s, fatty acids, which is good for heart health. So if you're, getting older and you are more aware and more conscious of your health, definitely omega-3s is good for that. And you can enjoy fish. You can bake it. You can grill it. And you can make a delicious, healthy salmon bowl. And you can steam it. Like I bought a bamboo steamer and you can steam it. And you'd be surprised how juicy your meat turn out when you cook it with steam. So that's something that you might want to give a shot to also. All right, so what you're looking at on the screen now is just a plate, which is a balanced plate, and you can find these images on choosemyplate.gov. They have a plethora of information that you can utilize on choosemyplate.gov. I'm talking about everything from, you know, how many calories you should be taking in based on your activity level, your gender, what different types of food that you should be taking in, the amount of the foods that you should be taking in. ChooseMyPlate.gov has a lot of everything on there. And what I love about it is it's visual. A lot of us are visual learners and we don't want to just read things. We want to, see imagery, and ChooseMyPlate.gov has a lot of that on there. And it's a very excellent resource. In addition to that, it also breaks down the foods or the items or how much you should be taking on for your age group. So, for example, senior citizens, what should they be taking in? Babies, it breaks it down up to age, like this year, if you're, 5 months, if you're a year, if you're 3 years, like it breaks it down to that. Like it's a lot of stuff that you can get from choosemyplate.gov for free. And it's absolutely an amazing resource that I highly recommend that you take a look at. So now that we know what a plate should look like, okay, here are some examples. And the best part is that you can mix and match these different things based on your own preference, okay? Your own preference, your own dietary needs, and things like that. So drop a hint or drop a yes in the chat if you would love to try some of these meals that I'm about to show you now. Okay, so the first is an animal plate. Now, everybody doesn't eat meat, and that's okay. So the animal plate could be grilled chicken, quinoa. I love quinoa, y'all. I absolutely love quinoa. And it's a complete protein. So for those of you that's vegetarian or vegan, quinoa is the way to go. So anyway, animal plate, grilled chicken, quinoa, roasted veggies. Seafood plate, salmon, brown rice, steamed spinach. Vegetarian plate, tofu, sweet potato, avocado, kale. I love tofu too. A quick and simple meal could be something such as a turkey wrap with whole wheat tortilla, spinach, and hummus. I tear some hummus up, y'all. Like I I could bathe in hummus. Hummus is so good. I made my own black bean hummus too. Recipe on YouTube. It was delicious. It's got that Southwest taste feel to it. It's amazing. Anyway, budget friendly meal could be canned tuna, brown rice, frozen mixed. I can't say that word. Frozen mixed vegetables. Frozen. Y'all get it. Frozen mixed vegetables. So those are some examples of a balanced plate. All right. So healthy eating does not mean spending hours in the kitchen, because let's face it, most of us don't have hours to do anything. I've been working on my presentations for Hillman Talk this week and next week. I've been working on grading papers for the university. I've been working on my fitness business. So I've been doing a million and one things. Nobody has hours to spend in the kitchen to cook, right? And so in order for us to be able to eat healthy, I always try to find the least taxing, way to get things done. And I recommend something that's called batch cooking. So batch cooking is where you make it once and you eat it all week. Okay, so you cook your proteins, you cook your grains, veggies, and all of that stuff in bulk, and then you store them in containers for easy grab and go meals throughout the week. Okay, so you want to batch cook for the week. You want to pre-cook your grains, whatever they're going to be, your proteins, your vegetables. You're going to portion them in containers. And so we do this or it makes it easiest for us to just grab food on the go. Because again, a lot of us are so busy, and sometimes raise your hand if you forget to eat sometimes. I mean, because I do. Sometimes I forget to eat. But even when I'm hungry, I don't want to go in the refrigerator and grab a huge container and scoop stuff out. I mean, when you've had a very hectic, busy day, a lot of it is I don't want to do any extra work. Okay, if that kind of makes any sense. I don't want to grab a bowl and scoop and all of that and then heat. I want to just grab, heat, and eat. And so when you meal prep ahead of time, then you don't have to worry about doing anything extra, because sometimes you just don't have the energy to get it done, right? So portion in containers. Then buy staple ingredients that you know that you're going to be eating a lot of. Like I eat a lot of eggs, so I bought the the big container of eggs. I have a lot of chickpeas because I eat a lot of chickpeas. I do have a lot of frozen cauliflower rice, frozen broccoli florets because I eat a lot of that. So keep stuff like that on hand. And then when you're doing your meal prep, make it simple. Stick to 4 to 5 ingredients per meal because, again, we don't want to think too much. We just want to make sure that we have the right combination of foods together so that we can, have something nutritious on hand quickly, right? So, in order for us to batch cook, first let me define it and give you a clear definition of what it is. So again, batch cooking is the process of preparing multiple meals or meal components all at once. Okay. And a lot of us trainers, we call it meal prep. But in order for us to prep our meals, we have to batch cook or cook things in bulk. And so again, it helps to save time, it helps to save stress, and it makes eating healthy effortless throughout the week because we don't have to worry about what we're eating. And see, a lot of times for us, when we're hungry and there's nothing to eat, we tend to go to the most unhealthy thing. Give me a yes if you all agree with that. When we are hungry and we don't have anything on hand, we tend to snack and eat the things that are the most unhealthy, right? Because it's quick, we can grab it. And I'm big on if it's potato chips in the house and I ain't got nothing to eat, I'm grabbing a whole bag of family size potato chips. Yes, I am. Don't judge me. I'm eating a whole family bag of potato chips, right? Because again, I don't have anything to eat. But if it's something that's already prepared, I'm going to go with the prepared food first. That's just how I operate. And most people do as well. But when you're hungry, you don't have anything to eat, you tend to stop at fast food restaurants because it's quick, or so we think. It's fast, or so we think. Um, so that's what it is. You prep your ingredients or your full meals in advance so you can grab and assemble things in minutes. So again, it's easy to do. You mix and match all week, and then we're going to do something called a power bowl method. So a power bowl or batch cooking works. It saves time. You cook once all throughout and you eat all throughout the week. No more daily kitchen stress. Doesn't it stress you out when you have to ask yourself, what's for dinner today? What are we going to eat today? Doesn't that bother you? Like every single day coming home trying to figure out what you're going to eat, like that in itself causes you stress. But this way you don't have to worry about this. Batch cooking encourages healthy eating. It reduces the temptation to grab fast food because you already got food at home. And most of us are not going to be wasteful. We're not going to go out and spend a crap load of money when we know we got food at the house, right? So, saves money. It saves money because you're buying things in bulk and you're prepping meals. It helps to cut down on waste and impulse. And then lastly, it eliminates decision fatigue. Listen, we make enough decisions throughout the course of the day. I've made so many decisions today and on the phone and on this computer and talking to my students and grading these grad papers. Like my mind, I don't want to make another decision. I just don't. And so this makes it easy. It's no more, what should I eat today questions because you've already figured it out. Your meals are already ready to go. So, how does batch cooking work efficiently? Number one, pick a meal prep day. So, for me, my meal prep day is on Sunday. Sunday works best for me. It just does. Um, so those are the days that I'm going to cook for the rest of the week. Okay, and plus it's closer to the start of the week, and so the food for me will be a little bit fresher. So Sunday works for me. Number two, choose a few base ingredients. So you're going to cook your grains, you're going to cook your protein, and your vegetables that can be mixed and matched. Okay, that's number two. Number three, you're going to portion and then store. So divide meals into containers for easy access. Okay. And then number four, flavor it up. So what does that mean? You're going to use different seasonings or sauces to keep your meals interesting. Now, unlike me, I can eat the same thing every single day, all day. Okay. I can do that. But some people need a little bit of variety in their life, and that's okay. So if you're going to cook, let's say your proteins are going to be, let's say, chicken and fish. So maybe you have, barbecue chicken, ranch flavored chicken, lemon and garlic, salmon or something like that. So season it up a little bit differently. You still prepared all the same day, but you've seasoned it a little bit different. And so that gives you a little bit of variety. Give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat if you think that's something that you could do. Banana pudding. Very good. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so now you are going to be able to mix and match these ingredients throughout the week for effortless meals. And these are excellent, of course, for busy people because, again, most of us are busy. So, number one, choose your carb base. Cook your brown rice and your sweet potatoes. Number two, choose your protein. You're going to bake your chicken, bake your tofu. I boil 12 eggs at a time. I love eggs. Choose your veggies. You're going to roast your broccoli, your bell peppers, zucchini, all of that type of stuff. And then your snacks. What you can do for snacks is you can prep your overnight oats. You can make some energy bites, which are really good. And then you can also cut up fruit for whatever your snacks are. And you do that all ahead of time in batches, put them in containers. Now you good to go. Okay. And of course, you mix and match everything so that you have variety. If you're someone that needs it, now you have variety. So now we're going to take a look at some bowls. Okay. So I want you to pay attention because I'm about to give you a lot of different ideas that you can try to mix and match your meals. So first we have some lunch and dinner bowls. We have a Mediterranean power bowl. Okay. So the base is quinoa or brown rice. The protein could be grilled chicken or chickpeas. Vegetables are going to be cucumbers, tomatoes, red onions, spinach, or whatever other vegetables you want to add. Then you're going to have some healthy fats, which are going to be feta cheese. I love feta cheese. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Feta cheese, olives, hummus. And then your dressing, you can make a lemon garlic tahini. Okay. So that's a Mediterranean power bowl. Okay. So this is something that you can try. The next is a Southwest burrito bowl. Okay. So the base, brown rice or cauliflower rice. Protein, ground turkey or black beans. Veggies could be bell peppers, corn, shredded lettuce. Healthy fat, of course, will be your avocado slices. And then dressing could be salsa and Greek yogurt. Doesn't that sound delicious? Like, I want that right now. Like, right now. I want that right now. So that's a Southwest burrito bowl. Then we have an Asian inspired stir fry bowl. Now, with this, your base could be jasmine rice or soba noodles, protein, shrimp, or tofu, veggies, broccoli, snap peas, carrots, and then healthy fat could be some sesame seeds or cashews. And then, of course, dressing is going to be your soy sauce, ginger, and sesame oil. Okay. Now, be mindful of the sesame oil, it's real strong, but it's really good. And so that is an Asian inspired stir fry bowl for lunch or dinner. Now we have a protein packed egg scramble, and this could be used for any meal. It doesn't have to be breakfast, it could be any meal. So your base could be scrambled eggs or tofu. I made a delicious scrambled tofu, and I seasoned it like I would normal with eggs, and I added a little bit of turmeric for color. And then I added black salt. So black salt has the taste of eggy. It's an eggy flavor to it. And it's really good. So if you are somebody that doesn't like eggs, you could try the tofu scramble. It's really good. So protein, you could try turkey sausage or chickpeas. Veggies, spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes. Healthy fat, avocado slices, and then a side of whole wheat toast. So that's a protein packed egg scramble. Next, we have overnight oats. Y'all have to stick around. I made some delicious chocolate lovers overnight oats. It's literally so decadent. It tastes like it's decadent, but it's healthy. So you have to stick around for that video as well. So overnight oats, your base could be rolled oats and almond milk. Protein could be Greek yogurt, or you can add in some protein powder. Veggies, you can add in some chia seeds or flaxseed. Healthy fat, you can top it with peanut butter or almonds or any type of nut butter. And then toppings could be berries, bananas, cinnamon, stuff like that. So any of that will be for your overnight oats. So you can also do a high protein smoothie prep. So you're going to freeze all of these ingredients in a bag. And then when it's time to make your smoothie, you dump everything in your blender, you blend it up, and you're good to go. So your base could be almond milk or Greek yogurt, protein, protein powder, or cottage cheese. Now, hear me out. I'm not a real big fan of cottage cheese on its own. However, cottage cheese, when you combine it with stuff, you don't taste the cottage cheese, and it packs a really big protein punch. So I actually made some egg whites and added in some cottage cheese. I kind of smashed it because I don't like the chunks or whatever. And I couldn't taste the cottage cheese. All I could taste was the flavor of the ingredients that I actually cooked my eggs with. And it was really good. So if you're trying to, add in a little bit more protein, try cottage cheese. Veggies, spinach, frozen or cauliflower. Again, it doesn't have a taste. Healthy fat could be your peanut butter, avocado, and then for extras, you can add a little bit of chia seed and honey. And then if you're someone who likes to snack, okay, because of course a lot of us we do like to snack a bit, you can do your do it yourself snack boxes. Okay. Now, most of the time we will go to the grocery store and we buy those little, what y'all call it? Those things in the box. It skips me. What are those called? They're like snacks where you get crackers and meat and cheese. What are those things called? I can't think of the name right now. No, they're not called Whoppers. What are they called? Lunchables. Thank you. Lunchables. You can make your own Lunchables. Okay, you can make your own Lunchables, and you now you have them good to go, and we call them a protein snack box. So you can have hard boiled eggs, deli turkey, or cheese cubes. I'm hooked on these Baby Bell cheese. I just got the Gouda flavor, delicious. Your carbs could be whole wheat crackers or fruit. Your vegetables could be carrot sticks, cherry tomatoes, whatever else you want to add. And then your healthy fats could be almonds or peanut butter. Okay, so again, that's a quick snack, and that's a meal prep that you can do. And you store them in the computer, or I was going to say store them in the computer, store them in the refrigerator, and then you'll be good to go. You don't have to worry about it. And then, of course, we have these delicious energy bites. I usually buy these, but I can make these. Energy bites. The base is just rolled oats with protein powder, peanut butter, walnuts or flax seeds, and then you add in a little bit of honey and dark chocolate for a little bit of sweetness, just a little. Okay. And of course, these are your snack prep, meal prep ideas. Now, if you want to snack, you want to make sure that you do it in a healthy way, because let's be honest, most of the times where we snack, that's the downfall of our nutrition. We might eat a really good breakfast, and then our lunch we eat a salad, and we're doing so amazing, but it's the constant snacking that we're doing throughout the course of the day that's causing a lot of us to, and I hate using the word fail, but it causes a lot of us to kind of have difficulty when it comes to our meals, because it's the snacking that we do. And one way to, get around that is to make sure that we have healthy snacks, which are some of the ones that I've just mentioned. And on the screen here, you can pair a carb with a protein to make sure that your energy is stable throughout the course of the day. So, for example, apple plus peanut butter, Greek yogurt plus berries, hummus plus crackers. Okay, that helps to keep your energy stable, and these are healthy snacks. Now, you just want to make sure too that you're drinking enough water. A lot of times we think we're hungry or we're having these different cravings, and most of the time it's because we are thirsty. Okay, so make sure that you are constantly staying hydrated. If you don't like drinking water, like my sister who doesn't like the taste of water, hey boo, add stuff in it to make the water taste a little bit more flavorful. So add in like some cucumbers or a little bit of lemon, or whatever fruit that you have on hand, like orange slices. No, we do not put Kool-Aid in our water. So those are some of the things that you can do to help make your water a little bit more flavorful so that you'll be more apt to drink it. Okay. And so again, drinking water helps to stop you from mindless snacking. All right. So here are some pro tips for batch cooking success, because again, I want everybody here to be successful. The first thing that you want to do is you want to mix and match for variety. Oftentimes we get bored because we feel like we have to eat the same thing over and over and over again. And that's what causes us to fail on our diet. So you want to make sure that you mix and match. So pick 1 to 2 carb bases, 2 proteins, and 3 to 4 vegetables a week. You want to make sure that you store them in portioned containers. When they're stored, it's easy to grab and go. You ain't got to grab out or take out no massive container from the fridge and try to scoop out all of that type of stuff. It makes it easy for you to just grab and go. Then you want to season your proteins differently. So, for example, like I mentioned earlier, I made some mean jerk chicken in the crock pot. So you could do that. You could have barbecue chicken or lemon garlic salmon, stuff like that. Make sure that you flavor them differently so that you, again, have some variety. So, batch cooking is equal to less stress and more results. So, comment yes, I can. If you think that this is something that you can do, if you think batch cooking is something that is a resource that you will be able to do throughout the course of the week. So comment, yes, I can. That's what I want to see. Yes, I can. All right. Very good. So batch cooking, that's the way to go. All right. Hydration and mindful eating go hand in hand. Yes, I can. Very good. You are rock. Let me send y'all some love. I did it. That's my heart. Y'all see my heart? Go hearts. I'm real goofy, y'all. Like seriously, I'm real goofy. All right, so hydration and mindful eating play a huge role in nutrition. So, drinking a glass of water before your meals can help to reduce overeating. And so, for those of you who have my book, you will notice that that is one of the things that I talk about in my book is that you have to make sure that you are drinking plenty of water. It can help you to reduce overeating, and it helps you to eat more slowly and recognize when you're actually full. So our full guide, if you will, is kind of off. And so sometimes we eat past the point of full when we're actually full. So when you start with water, it helps you to slow things down a bit. Okay. It gives your brain time to register that you're actually full so that you will not continue to overeat. Okay. And then also, I want you to avoid distractions while you're eating. Okay. That's where your mindfulness comes in. Society has taught us that we should be on our phones 24/7. Like every time we turn around, we should be on our phones and we should be, talking and looking and scrolling and stuff like that. But you tend to eat more, of course, because you're not concentrating on the moment. Okay. And that's what it's about. It's about concentrating on the moment, tasting the food, slowing down, chewing your food, actually, enjoying the company that you're with. If you're, at home with your family, that's what it should be about. Not shoving as much food as you can, as fast as you can in front of the TV before your next show comes on. Okay. That's not mindful eating. And of course, when we slow things down and we eat things, when we slow things down and we eat, slower, we tend to get fuller a little quicker. Okay. Which helps to reduce us from overeating. Okay. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put this knowledge into action. So, I put a lot of effort into this presentation, as you all can tell. So, I am a professor in real life, and I really love educating and helping to spread, knowledge because, again, I am a firm believer that knowledge should be shared. If you have something that you know that can help people, why are you holding on to it, right? You need to get it out there. You need to let people know. You need to help people. And my way to help people is through health and nutrition, health and wellness. That's what it's always been. So now all of the knowledge that I just gave you today, I want you to put it to work. Okay. So your homework for this week is going to be for you to build a balanced meal. Okay. Take a picture of it, share it, tag me in it, and hashtag it so that we can try to inspire others. Because look, at the end of the day, people may not tell you that you are motivating you or that you are motivating them or that they're learning from you, but they are. And so you could be the person that helps to change somebody's whole way of thinking when it comes to nutrition and eating better. And so by you posting, this is my balanced meal, maybe that will prompt somebody to ask you questions. Well, what do you mean by balanced meal? And there you have it. You've already started helping to spread, knowledge to those who, could be struggling and just may not know. Okay. So again, build one balanced plate this week and share it. And how you're going to participate, you're going to post it on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And you're going to use the hashtag glow up guide and tag me in it so that I can see how amazing you're doing, because I know you're doing amazing, because again, we're all about positive energy here, right? Positive energy. And for those of you who are in my program, don't forget to complete those assignments, including the written work, because again, self reflection is very important. And a lot of times, a lot of us are struggling because we don't self reflect. Okay. In order for you to get better at things, you have to be able to reflect on, well, why am I doing the things that I'm doing? And so those assignments are geared specifically to help you reflect on some of the things that you could possibly improve upon, right? All right, so here's one of my favorite hacks when it comes to grocery shopping, and it's the outer aisle rule. And grocery stores are designed to make you buy junk food. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you know that. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you know that grocery stores are designed to have you or to make you want to buy junk food. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. So again, they are designed to make you buy junk food. Okay, they are. So if you shop the perimeter of your, yep, absolutely, colorful advertising. Yep. If you shop the perimeter of the grocery store first and you fill your cart with fresh fruits and vegetables and whole food instead of processed foods, it will make you less likely, yes, you spot on. Don't go to the grocery store hungry, because we tend to make a lot of mistakes. Absolutely, do not go to the grocery store when you are hungry. You go in for one thing, next thing you know, your grocery bill is $273 and you don't know what the heck you just bought. But yeah, shop the perimeter of the grocery store, because that's where most of the healthy things are. But it's when you start going down those aisles in the middle, that's where you tend to find all of the things that you probably shouldn't buy. And those are your quote unquote impulse buys. So buy your staple ingredients first, like your proteins, your vegetables, whole grains, and stuff like that. And try to steer clear, if possible, in the aisles, especially that junk food aisle. You don't need two packs of double stuffed Oreos, even though we love them. I love Oreos. We don't need them. So let's try to, avoid that aisle. And again, that'll help to save us some, some money on our budget as well, because we're not overspending on things that we don't necessarily need. Okay, so my final takeaway is that, remember, healthy eating isn't complicated. Okay, it's not overly complicated. You just need a system. You need a system of something that you can do that works for you. Okay, so I want you to comment in the chat, what was your biggest takeaway from today's lesson so far? What was the biggest takeaway from today's lesson so far? What is your biggest takeaway so far? Absolutely, cheddar is better. What do you think? What is your takeaway lesson? What is something that you learned about? Power bowl method, very good. Takeaway message. Meal prep can be helpful and time saving. Balance, absolutely, very good. You all rock. You all are absolutely amazing. All right, so balance, we want to focus on balance, not restriction. Because again, when we think we can't have something, what does it make us do? Want it more, right? When we think about something that we can't have, it seems like something in our brain turns on and it makes us crave those things even more. So if we don't think about restriction, then we're not necessarily trying to have more of those things that we think we shouldn't have, right? Use the balance plate method for easy portioning. Smart meal prep helps to save time and money. And then hydration and mindful eating. So you want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water and that you are mindful while you are eating, because of course it helps to make you not overeat. If you are taking your time and you are aware of the moment, enjoy the company, enjoy, even if it's just, if you're by yourself, enjoy the taste of the food, enjoy the flavors, enjoy all of that. Okay. All right, so here is the best meal prep hack for those of you who stayed till the end for busy people. The best meal prep hack, of course, is the power bowl method. Okay. So instead of cooking separate meals each day, you want to make sure that you batch prep ingredients and assemble them quickly. Balanced meals in minutes when using the power bowl method. So again, you're going to pick a base, a carb. It could be brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat pasta. They even have those protein noodles, the chia seed. No, yeah, is it? Yeah, no, chickpea pasta, which is a protein pasta, and it's really good. Sweet potatoes or greens, add a protein. Whatever your protein choice that you want to add it up. Then you're gonna load up on vegetables. I'm gonna roast some broccoli right now. Did y'all know that roasted broccoli is amazing? Like it's got the flowers on the end. It gets so crunchy and it's really good. I could not stop. I could eat a whole sheet pan of roasted broccoli. But anyway, load up on veggies. You want to make sure that you have healthy fats, whatever the healthy fats are that you want, whether it's avocados, nuts and seeds, olive oils, things like that. And then you want to flavor it up, whatever your flavors are: salsa, hummus, balsamic glaze, which is really good. I made a what is that green? It's a greens that we cook, and they real big and flat. But I made a sandwich out of those greens, and the greens themselves was the bread. And I had some fresh mozzarella, some tomato, and some herbs on there. And I had some of that balsamic glaze. Delicious. Okay. Tahini or Greek yogurt. Now, uh, batch cooking grains, proteins, and roasted vegetables on Sunday. You can store them separately if you want and then mix them up during the week. Again, this helps busy people. It works for them because it saves time. It's no more boring meals because you have all of your flavors that you can change up, you can mix and match. And then it's no cooking every day. You don't have to worry about what am I eating today. You already know because you already prepped it on Sunday. It's literally grab and go. And then always balance because of the fact of how you batch cook. Every meal is now going to be balanced following that balanced plate method. So half of vegetables and fruits, a fourth protein, and a fourth carb rule. So, do you have any questions? Any questions at all? Y'all like my mug? Ain't that cute? Ain't that cute? This is so cute. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Like, huge Harry Potter fan. No, they are not. No, they are not. Thank you. Like, I'm a huge Harry Potter. I even bought the wands and stuff like that. Like, yeah. And they have like Harry Potter wand chopsticks. Like I'm one of them. I'm one of those people that stood and when we had Barnes and Noble buys dressed up like Harry Potter to get the last book. Like I'm one of those. I'm a nerd, but don't tell nobody. Don't let that get out. All right. So if there are no questions, the future lesson, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet me back here on YouTube or TikTok. Again, if you're on YouTube, you are able to see the PowerPoint presentation. For those of you who are on TikTok, you can go check it out on YouTube where you can actually see the PowerPoint presentation. So you are going to meet me back here Thursday on YouTube or TikTok where I'll be sharing the next live session, which I'm going to be discussing decoding food labels and why or how you're not going to be fooled anymore. Because a lot of times we have difficulty reading those food labels or we don't understand what we should be looking for. So I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to read food labels. I'll also be revealing one of my biggest food label red flags that most people miss. And it's one mistake that could be wrecking your health goals. So you might want to stick around for that. So thank you again for everybody that tuned in today. You all are awesome. You've made this lesson extremely wonderful. I love what I do, and I hope that that comes across on the screens here. I absolutely love what I do. And again, my job is to help people, and this is how I help people. So if there are no questions, I will see you all on Thursday. Oh, tag a friend. Make sure we tell some more people as well. We want to get more people to have live a healthier, happier lifestyle. Bye. Sweet potato pie. No, absolutely not. Mm, this tea is so good. No sugar. Good night. Mm. All right, let me end this show here. All right.